can't visit that video.
So welcome to the Gamers the Roundtable podcast, where the points don't matter.
Yeah! Points don't matter.
I am
but
not
the
Drew
games
Carey.
do. He's not Drew Carey, but I'm Drew. And I don't carry.
So we're going to be talking about a lot of interesting podcast topics, such as comparing modern and retro gaming. Is retro gaming important? Why or why not? The best franchise games. And our E3 2016 predictions. And we're going to start with the E3 2016 predictions so we can get those out of the way and make sure we get those before Josh leaves.
I got to leave in an hour.
So,
it's a party.
Do you want to just go through each one like we did last year, or do you want to just start throwing stuff out?
Let's go through the list.
Organized. We're going to start with Nintendo because honestly, there's not much we can really predict with that. Nope. But this is my prediction.
I predict Zelda.
Zelda. We're all predicting Zelda, right?
Zelda. See it now.
100%.
Yeah.
My prediction I'm going to disagree with that. It's probably not going to show any Zelda this year.
Yeah, no Zelda at all. Zelda. You heard it here first, folks.
The only playable demo on our show is Zelda, but we're not going to show you anything about it.
Yeah,
we're going to say it's there though. Like you can press a button pretending it's there.
You can press
pretend it's there. You can make him wave. It's just press and make him wave.
All right, what's your prediction, Joe?
Okay, I think that while Zelda will be the only game there, I think it'll be enough. And the reason I'm saying this is because
it's Nintendo. And that would be for me because
the size of this Zelda game is being compared to games like Fallout 4, Skyrim, and The Witcher 3. So while I don't think it'll be quite as big as that, I think it'll be big enough to where they can show us, they can talk to us about the game for hours, and they're not going to show us everything they can't. But I also feel like Nintendo may slip in a small little extra surprise, but I don't think it'll be anything big. But honestly,
I think they'll tease. I think they'll be like something that we all be. Oh, why did they talk more about that?
Like a month after E3, like a week or two after E3, they're gonna drop a direct. They're gonna be like,
totally will, and it's always that way.
Because they're not having an actual. They're not doing a.
They're not doing
the year before and the year before that. They actually did like a direct right before E3 where they announced a bunch of stuff, and people were like, "Why did you do this now?"
But that is my prediction. I think that Zelda will be enough. I think it'll excite us. Even though I disagree completely with their decision this year, still I think that will come out.
I don't disagree
fairly happy
the
with
floor space. It's like, okay, you want to have that be the only demo? That's cool, but it's like, why are you not doing a digital event for at least your 3DS games?
Pokemon.
Because there's so many.
There is so many, and there's so much we don't know right now.
I know.
It's a mystery.
I understand maybe you're gonna step around the Wii U thing, but it's like you have another system that's doing fine.
I was about to say, really let's address the elephant in the room. Will they talk about it? I think they can't afford not to talk about it. They need to talk about the NX.
Oh, no,
they don't need to like show it.
No, they're not even going to mention it.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't think they will.
They're pretty good at pretending it doesn't exist. When they talk about Zelda, it's coming on the NX, but they're only going to say for the Wii U. They're not even going to bring it up.
Like, to me, I mean, I would be excited if they do a direct 2 weeks after. That's awesome, because hopefully they'll talk about it. But I think in the terms of, like, just for the sake of something, like, tease it. That would be the ultimate tease. I mean, you don't have to like show us or say.
It would be kind of cool if this whole thing was just a setup. That would be just amazing. It's
we're here.
I mean, I agree with Joe. I think Zelda will, whenever a Zelda game comes out, that's all they really need to talk about. There's nothing really like, I mean, other than Pokemon that like is gonna drive more bucks for Nintendo right now. But I would really like it if we got to hear something more about this console. Not so much the specs, just we know that it's coming out next March, but just something, anything, just a tiny little thing that they're thinking about doing, or like one of those developer diaries when the PS4 came out where all these developers were talking about how much they loved working on the system. I would like to see maybe like Miyamoto or someone come out and say, "Oh, this system is going to be revolutionary."
That
would be enough.
Miyamoto wasn't involved with the NX.
I don't think he was.
I think this is like the first one since
ever.
I don't remember. The only ones I know for sure were GameCube and Wii.
No, I don't know, but that's all I've got for Nintendo. So you guys have any other questions for Nintendo?
Sorry, Nintendo, not this year.
Did we mention Zelda?
I think it's interesting that Nintendo, even though it looks so bad, it's like from a financial standpoint, they're still doing all right.
Yeah, they're fine.
It's like they can actually afford to sort of skip out.
That's what kills me because they could do better though. Like, I mean, it's good. It's good to do all right, but I mean, they could be doing better, and that's what kills me.
Well, see, that's why I'm excited because they're taking a step back and they're going. Let's
I feel like they're prepping.
Yeah, and that's good.
If any other company did this, I would be a lot more worried.
Yeah, they're the only one that's solely video games, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Although they rewrote some of their stuff so that maybe they could not.
And now that apparently they're coming out with movies based.
Yeah, well, they're trying to get into the filming industry.
Please, not another Super Mario. Let's not repeat Super Mario.
I think that's why they're doing.
Yeah, they're pretty much doing it themselves. They're like, we're not going to let someone else do this. We're going to do this, and we're going to do it. And if it works, it works. If not,
I mean, they're already getting into the.
Well, Angry Birds is the first proof that video games movies can be a really good success. So
that Prince of Persia movie was good.
I like the Prince of Persia movie.
Yeah,
I like the majority of video game movies actually.
I haven't watched none. So.
Do you like games based on movies?
Games based on movies, that's a different
That's a tough one. That's
I love Spider-Man 2 and X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I think the video game of Origins is better than the movie.
It is. Yeah. Way better.
You want me to tell you like one of the worst I've played? It's
Rudolph
like the Street Fighter game that's based on the movie that was based off the game. That one was really
some
bad.
Ratchet and Clank level stuff.
That is Ratchet and Clank.
Except Ratchet and Clank is like leagues above this.
I was about to say, even the movie would probably be better than the game at that point.
Okay, so moving on to Sony, this is the one I have the most for.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to get the biggest one out of the way. I know it's highly
Bill Gates
unlikely.
is going to buy Sony.
Yes, no. I know this one's very unlikely to happen, but I can't help but get my hopes up. There's been a lot of pointing to this, but I think Crash is coming back.
I hope so.
This is why I think this. Originally, when the PlayStation 4 launched and they had the trailers, they had the picture of the Bandicoot going to Sony. That's cool. Sean Layden, he has been known to wear a gaming T-shirt of a game on stage, and then a few months later or so, the game is announced. Last year, he took the stage wearing a Crash Bandicoot shirt. So it could mean nothing. Probably means nothing, but that's just more evidence that happened after that trailer.
You think it's just for the cameo?
Well,
if they bring it back,
just the cameo.
Because it's not Naughty Dog. Who's doing it? That's important.
It won't be Naughty Dog.
I think it would be Activision. That would be my concern. But it might be a first-party game.
Yeah.
Let's see. What about who does some
seriously? I couldn't tell you how much that made me smile when that happened.
Maybe Knack or maybe Media Molecule. Molecule. They did Tearaway.
Japan's I forgot the name of the studio who did Mark Cerny Studios. That's the people who do that. He would be good because he worked on the original Crash.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was thinking.
He could be good for it. Media Molecule is still working on Dreams, which we have no idea anything about, except it's still slated for 2016, but they haven't talked any more about it.
Can see some of that.
Well, I was about to say, Horizon Zero Dawn and Dreams, I think, will be delayed for certain. I will call that Horizon definitely will be delayed.
It looks so cool.
It looks awesome.
It fits the mood that I want.
But yeah, I think I agree. Crash will be coming back. I don't know if it's this year.
I don't think it's coming.
I don't know if it. I think it will be this year because it's his 20th anniversary this year.
True.
Yeah.
And The Last of Us. I mean, not The Last of Us. Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
Yes. The cameo in that.
They've been teasing it so much. I mean, even Sony came out a couple of months ago and said we know that there's a big demand for a Crash Bandicoot game coming.
That was like my first game right there. One of the first.
So
I loved it. I still love it. Bring it back, Sony.
There's a resurgence of platforming games. They might wait until after Yooka-Laylee comes out and see how that game performs, and if it works, be like, here we go. Honestly, it doesn't have to be a new Crash for me, but if they were to make like the original trilogy on PS4,
they could do that. Okay.
Fresh coat of paint.
That would be the cheap.
That would be good.
Yeah, but I would still get it because
absolutely.
Yes.
There's some Crash on the PlayStation
hard too. God, that's a hard game.
Yes, it is very hard.
it's funny. I played it not too long ago, and I was like, "How in the world?"
Uncharted 4?
Yeah. Before that, but like, you know, I played it like I don't know a couple months ago, I guess, and it was so strange because playing it now, I was like, "Man, this game is so hard." And I'm like, when I was a kid, I used to ace this thing.
Yeah.
You know? It's like I've lost skills or something.
About a year ago, me and Mary Lou replayed Crash 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
And like it was absurd how many times like we died in that. I was like,
That's like Spyro.
I don't remember being this hard. But I guess it's just where I
Spyro's
played
pretty
them. But they are hard games, but they're so fun though.
Yeah, they're just so much fun.
My next prediction, you will probably disagree with me. I hope you do. I actually hope this prediction's wrong, but I think that this is what's going to happen. Last of Us 2, don't think they're going to announce it.
I don't want them to. I don't think they should.
I don't either. Not yet.
No.
I think it'll be next E3.
I agree. It will be next E3.
A lot of people are predicting this, that Last of Us 2 is coming, and they just finished Uncharted 4.
Yeah,
I don't see them. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, but are they big enough that they can have multiple teams?
They have 2 teams.
They have 2 teams.
So what's the second team working on then?
I mean, they're probably working on Last of Us, but I don't know if they're going to be like.
They'll probably do like they did Uncharted 4. It would be a super short teaser that basically like here's the title of the game.
Well,
that's it.
I was about to say we're still missing the story DLC for Uncharted 4. There is story DLC that they could be working on, and that's something that
might be what they announced.
Because I mean,
that would be underwhelming.
The way I see it, because the team who worked on Uncharted 4 is actually the team who worked on The Last of Us Left Behind, which Left Behind was awesome.
Yeah.
And the main core team of The Last of Us has been MIA, so they could be working on. Kind of vice versa, they could be working on this Uncharted story thing.
Or Crash Bandicoot.
Yes. Can you imagine if Naughty Dog, if they're second game
God.
Can you imagine?
Flip.
Like
Really,
they were like, we bought Crash like 3 years ago from Activision, and we've been lying to you this entire time on purpose.
That'd be wonderful.
I really think they just need to let Uncharted 4 have its glory, like sail off into the sunset thing.
I don't think Naughty Dog's interested in Crash.
Probably not.
Probably not. That would be nice.
Their direction of games is different.
Yeah. But it would be nice.
Because they've always been such a great company, and you know, Crash was good for them then, but I don't know if it's good for them now.
It's against what they're doing.
They just keep raising the bar on themselves.
Yeah,
and
they really
still haven't buckled, and I'm like, I'm waiting for it, and I'm like, okay, you can't keep going any higher, but so far, they just.
I haven't played Uncharted 3.
Yeah.
What don't most people think Uncharted 3 is like?
Well, it depends.
I like it.
I like the story better.
Yeah,
I
do too. Like, I actually think 3 was a
better story.
Yeah, like a better story and more cinematic than the second one in a lot of ways, and like how it was presented and done.
I think 2 had better set pieces.
Yeah,
probably better gameplay.
Yeah, like, two I think like would be hard to beat in the set. I mean, you know,
until this,
besides the new one, but like 2.
They're not really afraid to try new stuff.
No, that's what makes it work so well.
And see, like, that's what I love so much. Like, a lot of people, I remember when reviews were coming out for this, were like saying that the new rope mechanic and the sliding that they were doing so much, like, they really used a lot of that in the game.
Yeah, I saw it too.
But honestly, it wasn't so much of a hindrance that I thought, oh, I don't enjoy it.
To me, it's
actually, like, I like
Uncharted. When you're coming around and exploring Uncharted, it's kind of like a platform. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, it is.
And
I think that's why I gravitate towards these.
I mean, it's just another way to get to your goal.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't. It's not like I did not feel like they overused it. I really
no, I didn't either.
Especially with Uncharted 4.
I mean, that would be like saying they overused the climbing.
Ways you could, different ways you could go to your objective. I really loved the openness of the level.
Yeah. Jeez.
There's times that I'm replaying it now and I'm like, oh, I didn't know you could do this path. Or,
like
I didn't know I could
different
do that. And again, it's just Naughty Dog. They just keep going up.
I'm actually thinking about replaying the story about a couple months from now and getting all the treasures on the second playthrough.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Just in case, because I mean, I loved it so much.
4 more left.
Really? You found them all already?
Well, on my first playthrough, I had like done some research on like where all the treasures were.
Like
I love the Trinity. They have Jack, Crash, and something from The Last of Us. They have a treasure from all 3.
Yeah,
and I love that.
They even have it was his fruit.
Yeah,
I love
that one. That one was my favorite one actually. I think.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
What's next?
All right. Next, I think from Sony still. The PlayStation Virtual Reality, I think we'll get more details, and a bundle deal. I think there's going to be some kind of like you can get the console and the headset for this price, or maybe if they announce new hardware, it'll be the new hardware plus virtual reality. I do think it's going to be expensive.
Yeah,
but I think they'll give us a bundle deal too.
I think here's a bold claim for that bundle. I think No Man's Sky will be the bundle. Like I think.
No, I could definitely see that.
Because they've already said that they would like to do No Man's Sky virtual reality, and Sean Murray has already said that they've been looking into that. So it would not shock me one bit if they came out and said No Man's Sky is compatible with VR. Here's a bundle for No Man's Sky, which I mean that would come out later on the year after No Man's Sky comes out. But regardless, No Man's Sky in VR is just, to me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
it's just awesome.
Extremely likely. I really want it for Robinson the Journey.
Have you seen that? The dinosaur.
I know. I really want to be like looking up at a brachiosaurus like that.
Jurassic Park memories. Just woohoo! I just want it so bad.
I think VR will get like a really long segment on there.
Yeah,
like they're really gonna want to hype that up.
How is their VR working? Are they gonna have it where it's like its own thing, or is it where you have to hook it up to the PlayStation 4?
Yeah,
you have to
hook it up
to the PlayStation.
You have to hook it up to
That's what
PlayStation 4.
powers.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how do the cords run? Because I mean, I've seen some VR headsets that run on computers and everything, and I mean they have all these different cords.
Yeah,
like,
every
and
VR
all
headset is
everything is just
basically
from
like
the USB, and then there's another cord that hooks up into
the back.
Either the back or the camera. One of the two.
Yeah, but you're going to be laid up with cords no matter which VR route you go.
Yeah. Still a couple
We're not
years
that
later,
advanced yet.
We're not that. Robinson the Journey.
Yeah, are you talking about the virtual reality thing?
Yeah, the trailer for it.
Oh. I'm just going to come over to Joseph's and play VR stuff until it's affordable for the everyman.
I was about to say, I don't know if I'm going to purchase it.
I don't think so. I'm probably gonna wait.
Yeah,
make sure.
I think we'll wait.
Because I mean, $400.
Because I love the Virtual Boy, but if I would have paid full price for that back in the day, I would have shot myself when I was done. I'd be like, look what I've done to myself.
Well, I'm done.
That with kinks, because any new technology like this is going to have some things that's got to work on. And then also, if they're really about to announce, which I don't think they're going to do it now at E3, I think they kind of got scared away. If they're going to announce a new PS4, I don't think they're going to really talk too much.
Joseph, what would you do if the NX is VR?
Holy crap!
It really depends on the stuff that they show.
Then we're getting VR.
I'd probably buy it, but I would be very skeptical still. I mean, even though it is Nintendo and I love Nintendo, I'm so super skeptical about virtual reality.
Yep, me too. I want to wait
just because.
I feel like
virtual reality. I almost feel like it'll be like the Kinect and the Wii.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like so many people be like,
"Oh, it's going so."
I'd rather just sit down.
Yeah, that's what I think. Too.
I don't want.
I think people would rather sit down. And
yeah.
I mean, there'll probably be some things where they'll say you can't play it for so long, and it probably will mess with your head.
Well, the first thing that's going to happen when it's released is you're going to see a bunch of internet forums, and it's like your eyes will start bleeding, and
you'll get severe headaches and migraines. And
like when the 3DS came out, before it came out, and people were like, "It's going to rot your brain."
Yeah.
See, that's why I just want to wait, because I mean, like, in this kind of technology. Because I mean, the 3DS thing never really freaked me out, but something that's like fully in all your peripheral, I can see how that could possibly.
And also, I mean, one thing that what I hope doesn't happen to VR is kind of what I think happened to the Wii is a lot of third party just made a bunch of stuff. Shake the Wii remote. You know what I'm saying?
Turn your head right and forth.
I hope the virtual, they just don't make a bunch of third parties where it's just like, look up and
from
down.
the look of it looks like they're handling this better.
Yeah.
I just got updated with a list. This is from latestnewsexplorer.com, and this is a E3 big game list. This was just leaked just an hour ago, actually. So
that leaked. It's unofficial.
From 2K Games, BioShock: The Collection, Borderlands 3, which is shocking to me. I don't really know why they do that. Mafia 3, NBA, Prey 2, Untitled, Rockstar game.
That's next on the list.
Oh, I know what the Untitled. It's going to be that ping pong thing they did.
WE2K217.
Well, they did the ping pong thing, didn't they?
Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Yay.
That was the first next-gen game they made.
Expansion. Or Destiny 2. Bethesda. Battlecry, Dishonored 2, Untitled game. That's it. Capcom, Deep Down, Devil May Cry. They don't say anything more about that. Resident Evil 7. CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, yes, that looks really
I
good.
forgot about that.
I
mean, I barely played The Witcher anymore.
Deep Silver, Dead Island 2, Untitled game, most likely Saints Row. Electronic Arts, Battlefield 1, Mass Effect, Need for Speed, Titanfall 2, Star Wars. 2 Star Wars games. Untitled.
Oh, Battlefront VR, bro. You wonder?
I think who is the team that's doing it? The one that Amy Henning is working on from the Uncharted. It's an action adventure one. They're probably going to talk about that.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think we'll see it yet.
I would love.
I hope we do.
I really hope so. Insomniac will have feral rights for Oculus Rift, Song of the Deep, and The Unspoken, both for Oculus Rift. Konami, soccer.
Konami sucks. What happened?
Microsoft, Gears of War 4, Phantom Dust. Don't know what that is. Recore, Scalebound, Sea of Thieves, Halo Wars 2, Untitled Forza game, Nintendo.
Sea of Thieves.
This is shocking. Paper Mario Color Splash.
Yep.
Wait, they're going to show it though?
That's what they're saying here.
Nintendo's
That's
never said
yeah.
that.
I was about to say these are leaks, so we can't.
I would assume they would because they have these things.
Untitled Pikmin game.
See, they said they've been working on it.
Actually, maybe we just misunderstood when they said they were, because they're not doing a direct, but they're still doing the live stream. Maybe we misunderstood, and they're not just live streaming Zelda, even though Zelda's the only thing you're going to play on the floor space. Because all the other Nintendo Treehouse live streams have done, they've done different games and had different developers come. So then they might.
That would be really cool.
Okay, so I'm starting to think that maybe this. Well, first off, it's a leak. I don't know how legitimate this is because they're now saying that Square Enix is supposed to have a conference, which they're not. But they are supposed to apparently talk about Deus Ex, Hitman, Final Fantasy 15, which this is probably going to be during Sony and Microsoft's conference. Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Just Cause 3 DLC, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, Kingdom Hearts 3, Star Ocean Integrity. For Sony itself, Detroit Become Human, David Cage's new game.
I don't know why that sounded funny.
Dreams, Gran Turismo Sport, Gravity Rush 2, God of War 4.
Yeah, that's also on my list.
Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last Guardian, The Last of Us 2,
Persona 5,
Uncharted 4 DLC, and Until Dawn Rush of Blood for PlayStation VR. And then for Ubisoft, the new Assassin's Creed for next year, For Honor, South Park: The Fractured Butthole, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, Untitled PC, PS4, and then Watch Dogs 2. And last but not least is Warner Bros. Interactive for apparently Shadows of Mordor 2.
I just got Shadows of Mordor.
It's really good. Okay.
Okay, back to the list now.
Next, I was going to talk about, I think that Rockstar's going to announce a game, and I think it's most likely going to be Red Dead 2.
I
can get my hopes up for that if I want to.
See, I'm going to be the skeptical here.
I would.
I'm going to be the skeptical here, even though I'm sleeping next to a little Red Dead thing every night next to my bed. The thing about it is, you remember that book that I told you, like that I read about, like the founding of Rockstar? So they're notorious for never showing up at E3 because
this is true.
They don't like it. They think it's way overhyped, and they I guess they kind of feel like they're in a way like almost like Naughty Dog or Bethesda. Whenever they announce a game, it's going to be big no matter when they announce it. If they did announce a Red Dead, it would be perfect timing at E3. I think they really should do it because the rule was 3 years you get a new Rockstar game, like a big Rockstar game. So it's about time, but see, a lot of people are now throwing out GTA 6, which I think it's way too early for that.
I don't think they'll make another Grand Theft Auto so soon.
I don't think they would either. I think that would be really risky.
Yeah, it would be. Especially considering, the last one just come out on PS4.
Yeah, the last one did so well, too.
Right.
Yeah. And that would make me assume that number 6 would probably underperform compared to the last one.
Yeah. Because people are still playing that one like regularly.
On the Rockstar blog, like I've got it like notifying me of anything that's going on. A lot of people are now throwing out Max Payne 4, which I think is. I liked Max Payne, but I don't know if it's time to do Max Payne 4, or they say a remaster of Max Payne.
Bully 2.
Someone said that one too.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I would do Bully 2. I would
That's
go for
very
Bully.
possible. It's been quite some time since.
Or it might be something brand new.
It might be something brand new.
Could be LA
to watch you. Hey, I mean, look how much better that facial recognition technology is now.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
LA.
LA.
Well, I think 75% is Red Dead 2, if they even show up. I think the chances of them showing up and pronounce it, I would say like that's a 6 out of 10. Like, it's a very good possibility, but it's really not a good possibility.
I just hope
what is
that
the relation
happens
to the
in
energy
Sony.
drink?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Lastly, I predict that as long as Sony plays their cards right, I think that they will steal the show at E3 this year. I think when we come back
And they're
for
going to
our
fumble
after
it with
show,
the VR, and then they're like.
I really hope they
4.5
don't do
system.
that.
If they don't talk about the PS4 Neo, they really shouldn't talk about it at E3 because there's already a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
They're gonna screw it up.
They really should not talk about that. If they really want to make this new upgraded system, wait until like PSX or like later on in the year when E3's gonna buzz down.
PSX would be the time to do that. Why would you not do it?
See, that's why I think they should release the Last of Us 2 trailer because that's when the original teaser trailer for Uncharted 4 came out, and it was just like a scroll over the map. Like
yeah, but it was so it got so much talking going on, so much hype.
That's why I think it would be perfect for The Last of Us 2. I really hope. I mean, I'm going to be excited if it's The Last of Us 2, but I really hope they don't because I think that would be kind of not like saying Uncharted 4 is bad in any way, but I feel like you're kind of saying, okay, forget about Uncharted 4. Here comes The Last of Us guy.
Here comes the next one. So it just feels a little soon.
Yeah.
It would overshadow it.
Yeah, but you gotta think that where they delayed it a couple times. That maybe the original plan was this, and then it was like because it was gonna be out before, and they're like, oh, we kind of need to fix that.
That's true, and we don't know how far that second team has worked on The Last of Us 2. For all we know,
so the other team's like ready, and you're like, oh, we already got this ready.
So, I agree with you. They could easily steal the show. Especially, I think VR is their ace in the hole right now because there's a lot of people excited about that in general. But if they really play their cards right and show a lot of cool games for it, I think they'll steal the show.
All right, so I have nothing else for Sony.
So,
Microsoft. I think they will announce new hardware. Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know what it will be. I don't think it's going to be like the Xbox 2, but I do think it'll be the Xbox.
The Xbox One. The Xbox One should be slapped.
I think it'll be like the Xbox 1.5, where it'll be like it's the Xbox, but it's upgraded. And I don't think it'll sell well. I think it'll be more expensive, and I think everyone's going to. There's no point in buying this.
Yep. It's going to be the exact same thing.
I think it'll be confusing. About the same as how the Wii U was confusing, but I think it'll be a little worse if they do this.
Yeah,
I do think we'll see more from Rare. I think Sea of Thieves will be a focus.
I don't know. Microsoft's been on a pretty good run lately.
They have been, but I don't think that I don't think announcing new hardware for them is right now.
Yeah.
If Sony did it right now, they could.
So who has the conference first, Sony or Microsoft?
Microsoft.
Yeah, then we screw up.
See,
Sony gets to wait and see how it goes. And then
the thing about Sony,
grab it.
The thing about Sony's situation is they're really making sure that even though like you can buy if this Neo is actually even true, this is all speculation.
Yeah.
If this Neo is a real thing, that you don't have to buy this. They consider it like if you really want to.
To me, sounds dumb.
I think so too, because I mean like. Why wouldn't you even make it then?
Well, on the plus side,
I get it.
If they do make it, they can get people like you and me because we'll probably.
Well, that's true. I mean,
it sounds dumb to me. Right now, I'm thinking about
their sales for the PS4 will increase if they do it, as long as they do it correctly.
Yeah, it's easy to screw that.
Because I mean, what's going to appeal to gamers like us is faster GPU, faster spec. Like, give us really good specs, and you'll make the gamer do it.
It's like the way Nintendo works with their handhelds, like the 3DS. I mean, like they'll put the 3DS out, and then they'll put out like a slim version, and then they'll put out the 2DS, and then they'll put out the XL, and then they'll put out the new 3DS. But they portion it out to where each one is a little bit desirable for different people, so they get more consumers to buy it. And then they'll get some people who already bought it
someone that
to upgrade or do a repeat.
Now, the PlayStation 3 kind of did that, but they screwed it up because they're like, this one can play PlayStation 1 games sometimes. This one can do nothing. This one's just a big... I mean, it's a paperweight.
Better in every way, and it needs to be not just better in every way, but it needs to make sense. It needs to be like, I want to upgrade
this.
See, what kills me about the Xbox situation is I have a good friend who is very, very Xbox Pro, like super loyal to Xbox. And when all this PS4 stuff, he confronted me about it. And he was like, "Well, Xbox isn't going to do that." And I kid you, a week later, Phil Spencer goes, "So even though I said we're not really interested in making half a console, we're totally looking at new hardware." And I'm like, really? You just said you weren't interested in making a 1.5 or 2.5 or whatever kind of console, and here you are with clear evidence, and you yourself are saying, yeah, we're looking into new hardware.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we shouldn't be shocked about this, because every console does this. Yeah. There's a slim version.
How come you guys are like, oh, Sony's going to do a 4.5? Cool. Microsoft, why are you going to do that?
Well, I think it's based on the sales and the games right now for me. Because I don't think Microsoft's in the right
If Sony does it, Microsoft has to do it.
I know.
They really do.
Yeah.
They can't afford to. Like, if Microsoft does it, well, obviously Sony's already got a leg up anyways, but if Microsoft doesn't do it, they're just basically going, well, you can just get better, and we'll just stay the same.
Yeah.
But I agree with Joe. Like, there's just, for me, the library is not what it needs to be right now.
Yeah.
Because, like, when I think of the genre-defining games for this generation so far, most of them...
Nothing.
That one.
That one, yeah.
I haven't got a PlayStation 4.
That was
that's
The Witcher 3, I think, counts, but I mean,
Witcher 3.
it's on Xbox too.
I mean, pretty much Witcher 3, Fallout 4,
I like
Uncharted
Fallout
4.
Yes.
Oh, 4.
4.
I mean, Bloodborne.
3, 4.
Yeah, Bloodborne could be counted.
Yeah.
And even though it wasn't like
That's probably
as
better
good
than
as
I
City,
think.
I think
I mean,
Arkham
Life
Knight,
is Strange is
Yeah,
very
definitely.
arguable.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
It's not
could,
classic.
in terms of
Close to that.
technical achievement, I think Arkham Knight especially could be
Definitely,
considered
yeah.
up there too. Not as like on the level of Uncharted 4, but
Yeah,
it's
but-
still.
Yeah, it's still really good.
But yeah, I think Xbox can't afford just to let PlayStation get a one-up on them at this point.
Yeah.
I hope to see a Halo Wars 2. That would be cool.
Yeah, well,
I also think-
we get another one.
I think they might announce Halo 6 this year because of the,
Yeah, I guess
Halo 5 was pretty much leading into 6 anyway.
Yeah.
I just hope that they do it right. I would prefer them to announce it and say it's not going to come out until like next year or the year after that. Because I think they need to take
Or
more
just
time.
be like Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts 3, now in development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 and
We'll
5
give it to you
were
when
not what
I'm
they could
done.
be.
No, especially 5. 5 felt like half of a game.
Yeah, it really did.
It really did.
Played 5.
It felt like half of a
disappointed
game.
me.
Oh,
Like,
well,
there was so many chapters where
Tyler's
you
the Halo
just
fan. He
talked to
liked 5
people.
more than 4, didn't he?
Yeah,
4's the
I
only
think
one
so.
he didn't like.
Yeah, I liked 5 better than 4 and the action and the like.
So
the
post Bungie has not
controls
been
and
super.
stuff.
343 has not like
Yeah,
nailed it
343
yet, so.
Which is weird, because didn't they start out really good with
Yeah.
the remaster of the original, and everyone's like, oh, they know what they're doing. And then
Yeah,
they made their
it
own,
is.
and you're like,
I don't know. They just they haven't done the best. It felt like 5 was just halfway done. I swear.
It really
I mean,
did.
there's 3 chapters where you just talk to
It's-
people for like two
Yeah.
minutes and then it's over. with.
They're working on it. This is gonna be really awesome. Oh wait, our release date. Okay, we're done.
Yeah, see, I
Exactly.
really hope they take their time. If they announce Halo 6, I hope they take their time.
what about that television Halo show? Whatever happened to that?
Didn't they cancel that?
Well, did they cancel
They
it?
did.
The heck with that Spielberg?
I hadn't even heard anything about it.
I don't think, unless they bring it back,
Fumbled
like,
that
I'm
out.
pretty almost 100% positive it was
Wow.
canceled.
Yeah, I haven't
But-
heard anything.
Yeah, the Xbox TV
Because
thing
Spielberg's
kinda
working
fizzled.
on like 2 other movies right now,
Yeah.
including Indiana Jones, but still, like, I don't see how he would really have time unless they've already filmed it and they're just keeping hush hush
Or if he's
about
just
it.
a
Yeah.
producer.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's easy to produce
Produces a
something.
lot.
It's like, oh, yeah, put my name up there. Here's some money. See ya.
I'll give you $10 and put my name on the show.
So what's next?
Next, moving to Ubisoft. I think Watch Dogs 2, and they might show off some of the new Assassins, and of course South Park. But I think Watch Dogs 2 will be one of the few sequel games we get at the show that we're going to be like, you know, this is a good direction for this series.
Well, I mean, even the first game, even though it didn't live up to the hype, it was still good.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I
still good.
enjoyed it.
I'm
It's a
thinking
modern day
that Watch
Assassin's
Dogs
Creed.
2. Same thing, like if they were to announce Destiny 2, I think that those games would be like, this is how the sequel should push this series forward.
Yeah.
Well, especially in Destiny's position, Taking King was the right step forward. And
Yes.
I think, see, I'm torn about Activision with them right now because I would love to see what they're doing with Destiny 2, but from what they're talking about, they've got another expansion coming out in September. I think it would be shooting themselves in the foot in a way to show, oh, here comes Destiny 2.
Yeah.
And then, but here comes the expansions. We want you to get the expansion first. And then you're like,
it's
well,
like,
what? But what about the cool one that's coming out? Why aren't you guys coming out with that one? I think that's kind of shooting yourself in the foot there. With Watch Dogs, I think their team is more aware of what they need to fix and like what they need to improve on.
Yeah.
So
Ubisoft is really good at displaying their games.
yes, that's very true.
They're probably the best at like making it look.
Yeah, they've been doing really good at E3 lately, just because just the way they do it.
Yeah.
Just wait until the
They
new
struggle
Assassins
with
comes out.
spokespersons, I think, sometimes. But I mean,
Just
I
get
don't
the
know.
rabbits.
a lot of people don't like what's her name, Asia Tyler.
Yeah.
Asia Tyler. I like her,
Bug.
I do, but some people don't.
Kind of like who's what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
She did the
she's
press
done the
conference last
Ubisoft
year.
thing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
2 or 3 years actually.
With Assassins, it's set in Egypt,
Which I'm super excited about.
which is
Yeah, that's
awesome.
cool.
I'm
Assassins.
gonna have
is
to
big-
see it before I'm excited.
I was about to say, a lot of people are, even after Syndicate, even though Syndicate was good, like I enjoyed it,
I like.
it just wasn't like.
I'm liking Unity so far. I'm just now playing Unity.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute, Unity.
Unity was a low.
Syndicate was the one that I liked.
Syndicate was set in London.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one that I liked.
Syndicate
I
was
did
good.
I
not.
got Syndicate, but then Unity was on sale, and I was like, okay.
I did not like Unity that well.
I'm
They
liking
had
it
a
so
lot of
far, but I'm at
problems.
the
Yeah,
start.
Unity-
But it had some good things in it, though.
Right. But I think the yearly release thing has now hurt them, and I think they're paying more
Yeah.
attention to that.
It's because I mean, like one thing that I've heard a lot of, like just a complaint that I've seen people write, you know, in various message boards and things, and even in reviews, like on Amazon or something, is something that people are a lot less tolerant of, I think, nowadays, which is a lot of Assassin's Creed missions and way that they're structured. They say they're repetitive.
They're very
You know,
repetitive.
you do the same thing a lot, just over and over and over. And I've seen so many people say, well, you know, it was all right for the first so many, but he said, but nowadays we don't want repetitive missions like that. And I've seen a lot of
No,
people say
you
it's way
want
too
repetitive missions. People are dumb and they don't.
I know.
want those.
Yeah, but what repetitive?
They just don't want the same ones they've had before.
Yeah.
They want new repetitive
Yeah.
missions.
See, what kills me about it is like the distance between the first two games was a 2-year cycle for development from AEC 1 to AC 2.
And there was a huge leap
Yep.
in advancements in that.
And then we started to get Revelations, or Brotherhood Revelations, which I kind of was okay with those because I was like, oh, they're leading up to 3. They're like halfway stories.
Yeah.
That's fine.
They were.
And then after 3, I consider 4 like the epilogue, which I still love 4. 4 is
I
my
love
favorite.
4. That's my favorite.
4 is absolutely my favorite. And even though it had repetitive,
That was the last one I bought.
they put so much fresh stuff. Just the Pirates gameplay in general was so different that it made it better. But for me, when Unity came out, I was excited about it because they were talking about all this new technology and the new gameplay. Overhyped it, way overhyped
And
it.
The fact that
was
I'm playing it
undercasted,
now,
I
I'm
think.
pretty. The fact that I'm playing it now after all the beta testers have been finished, I think I'm going to enjoy it a lot more.
And the thing about Syndicate, they listened to Unity. They were like, man, we really got to shape up for Syndicate. But for me, it just felt like it was growing farther away from what Assassin's Creed was.
Yeah.
And now it was trying to be something else entirely.
After, well, I guess around the time of 3, they seem to sort of struggle with their identity because
So,
a lot of people don't like, I guess, the modern day aspect. I
oh my
really
god,
enjoy
Syndicate
that.
didn't have any of that.
Right. And I feel like they're trying to stay away from it, but they can't because it's
Right.
part of it, and they're like, no. And then at the end, they're like, oh well, I guess we kind of gotta. Yep, it's the Apple of Eden, and look, you're in the Animus, and I don't know what that means. I made the game, and I don't know what it means.
I'm really shocked that the Assassin's Creed movie is 75% in real world.
Yeah, and the rest is
In history. I was really shocked at that. I was like, that's the
The
technically
movie's
the
taking the opposite.
I was like,
Yeah,
that's the weakest
yeah.
part of the whole game, so we're gonna try, I guess,
I don't
build
know.
on.
I've
I'm
always
kind
liked
of
it.
skeptical about
always
that
liked
because I'm like, if they spend too much time out of the Animus, is it going to be confusing for us, or is it going to take away from what Assassin's Creed is? But at the same time, they have so much potential there because they can do really good stories outside of the Animus.
And they can improve it much more.
Yeah.
And see if
And the
anything,
games might actually take some back from the movie.
It's true. If there's anything that Assassin's Creed needs to do now, kind of like Michael says, they need to get their identity back in line. And I think since we're now getting away from London and like the 1800s and we're going back so far, this would be a good time to kind of establish again the Assassin and Templar War and like get back into that, because I think that's really what makes Assassin's Creed so much.
Yeah, it's really the heart of it when you think about it. The main.
When in Egypt's history is this?
It's ancient Egypt, I'm presuming.
So this is before the Assassin Templar War?
I don't know. That's interesting, but I'm pretty sure it's like Cleopatra era.
Oh.
I think they said the assassin will be interacting with Cleopatra and Caesar both.
Okay, so that's what I thought.
It's not that ancient.
Yeah, hold on.
I was thinking like
not like
Mesopotamia stuff.
I mean, I still consider it ancient, but I also consider the 80s ancient. While you're looking that up, the only other thing I have is, this is the last one, I saved the best for last, but I think Kojima Productions will reveal their game and Konami will cry. I think they'll reveal their game. I think everyone's going to be like, "Wow, this is so awesome!" And Konami's going to be like, "What were we thinking?"
I know, after all that bull crap.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, it would make us so happy.
But
me happy.
I mean, he's been uploading some stuff to his YouTube channel, and he's been talking about some stuff. I don't know if Norman Reedus is involved in this project.
Oh, I wish.
But he had a dinner with, it was Kojima, Norman, and Del Toro.
Ooh.
Is that the guy that was working with him?
Guillermo del Toro?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pacific Rim.
And they were they were at a table, and Kojima took a selfie of the three of them eating dinner, and of course they're discussing games. It's Kojima's company now, so I mean,
yeah,
that's pretty cool that he's big enough to just be like, I'm Konami, I quit, new company, it's mine.
It's mine.
It's a very big thing happening in Japan.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Lots of the old guard are sort of breaking away and making their own thing.
Yeah.
So it is set around the time of Cleopatra and Julius Caesar. Not a lot more is given on the actual like aesthetics of the gameplay and stuff.
You play as a squid.
I'm a little.
Only two.
It's only two.
I'm excited for it because the team of Black Flag. The team of Black Flag are the guys who are developing this one. So
they could screw one up. Good.
I really hope they don't. I mean, they've gotten 2 years now to work on the thing, but we'll see.
It's crazy how big Ubisoft is. Like they've got like three or four teams for Assassin's Creed, just Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Well, actually, I was gonna say between Ubisoft and EA, I mean, I want Sony to be the show of the night. But I really think EA and Ubisoft both have the opportunity to just wipe the floor with everyone, because they're going to be showcasing just good games.
Well, they've done it before. Ubisoft.
Mass Effect.
With us.
Yeah.
Right there, when the Mass Effect gets dropped, holy crap! Everyone's
that's going to be pretty big.
Everyone hates EA so much, but they like their games.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's such a weird relationship.
No fan is going to deny looking at a Star Wars game. No fan is going to deny it. Bethesda. I think a Skyrim remaster is coming.
Skyrim remaster?
I really think so.
Ooh.
I wonder. That would
I don't
be.
even know if they're capable.
Would that be the first time that they've done that?
Well, did you know that when they were getting retooling for Fallout 4, they did with Skyrim. They learned how to do that system with remastering Skyrim. So they've done it.
Interesting.
But now the question is, would they release it to us?
I don't think.
Awesome.
I mean, I don't see.
The bigger question is, would I buy
guess
it?
I could.
No.
I would because. Well, I only have Skyrim on PC, so I don't know why I would.
Well, that would make
It
sense.
would run a little better because I don't have a great PC.
I'll probably end up like 10, 15 years from now. I'll probably be like, I'm gonna start picking up some of these remastered copies, like Tomb Raider, the definitive edition, because it'll look better than I remember playing it.
Yeah.
And now it's on like $5, so I'll buy that, replay it again. But for me, if I buy it once, I'm not gonna buy it again just like a year or two later for updated graphics. But
Well, see, what
that would still be pretty cool for a lot of people who didn't get to play it.
Well, what makes me think that they're going to do that is because, first off, Bethesda's kind of like Rockstar. They don't really do E3 a lot. This fact that they're doing the second year in a row
Makes me very happy.
It's very
They're doing
exciting.
E3 since Oblivion.
But I mean, not
they're holding
not
their
like
own
a full
presentation.
conference. Or
Well,
anything
yeah,
like that.
most people don't get to do a full conference, man. They just can't afford it. That's expensive.
That's true. I mean, but like they came for last year for Fallout 4,
They're
and
probably the smallest company with a full conference.
it's true.
You know, before Fallout 4 was announced, The voice actor that played Three Dog in Fallout 3, they let him get on Twitter and say, I can confirm this. They told me I could. I am reprising my role as Three Dog.
That was weird.
But he's not.
And then later they were like, we don't know what he was talking about, and he's like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. So
weird.
there was a rumor going around shortly before that happened that they might be developing some kind of Fallout TV show or something.
That would be awesome.
That they might very well be doing. That would be something they could announce at E3.
I think they should announce another mobile game because Fallout Shelter was awesome.
Yeah, Fallout Shelter was amazing.
Um,
That is how you do a mobile game.
and Kingdom Hearts Unchained X.
I haven't played that yet.
Oh my god.
I thought it was pronounced Key.
Key. I'm sorry. I have a problem. I have a really bad problem, guys. I spent over $50 on this game.
Well, I haven't spent any money on
Full
it.
retail price.
But
Full retail price. But I got all the drive forms. I feel really good right now, so.
When it comes to Kingdom Hearts, Andrew has to complete everything.
Yeah.
And that's cool though.
It's true.
I did that with 1 and 2, and then after that I was like, I'm not going to
You
complete
still
everything
play
anymore.
all the videos? Because I know you
Until
used to,
3,
it's
then I'm
you
gonna
did
have to
everything.
Well,
You didn't get many games.
Not-
You get like a few, but just like, you really play it.
the games he knows it like backwards and forwards, upside down. He knows it.
not as much
It seems
anymore.
like you play more now. So it's like, do you still exhaustively pour through everything like that?
I mean, when there's like Uncharted 4, yes, that's an
You're
example of the game.
exhaustively.
Like,
But I like to
he's
think my
gonna
library's
walk
opened
through
up.
every single inch of the entire map of
It's
every
true.
single.
It's true. I've done that so many times just to get the optional dialogue moments in Uncharted 4. I have done stupid stuff just to see what they'll say or what they'll do, and it's just fun just to see if the developers will actually do something in reaction of that. But to answer your question, I think I've opened my library up a little more, but the certain really special games, because I'm just now replaying The Witcher like for the 4th time.
Just for the 4th time.
So in honor of getting ready for the last DLC, so I'm like, yeah, this is I really do like to replay my games a lot. So because I think if you're going to put that much money into it, make it a good investment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But if you're going to do that, don't keep buying them. That way you can actually spend time with them.
it's something you need to try is if like at any point have you ever went backwards while you're with other characters?
Yeah,
Have you seen what they say when you do that?
It's funny.
It's so funny. Like I accidentally fell off the cliff and like fell down a wall that we just climbed up. And Sully was like, "Kid, what are you doing?" And Nathan went, "I don't know."
It's funny.
I was like, "Dude, that's awesome." They reacted to my mistake.
All right. So any other E3 predictions?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
I want to see more Persona 5.
Yes.
A nude man running through the audience.
I really hope
Kingdom
that
Hearts
doesn't
3 gets a release date.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That's not
Platonic
gonna happen.
games.
I want to
It's
see
gonna
more
have a
Kingdom
press
Hearts 3.
Yes, yes.
Are they? Show me
No.
That would be awesome.
They're going to be there.
Huh?
Yeah, they're going to be there, but I mean, they're going to have a press conference. They're just going to show off ukulele.
I mean, one day they could. I mean, they want all the
Yeah.
characters in this game to.
I want a
Eventually, maybe
live
spin-off.
presentation for Grant Kirkhope. I just want Grant Kirkhope to come on.
He
and
just play. He'll just
play music.
Honestly, he works for so many different things.
Yeah.
He could probably,
Yeah.
like, he might be up there with Civilization or something.
I would be so happy if Grant took the stage at E3. I'd be like, Grant!
And then he just plays.